Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Zen and Now, the space where we get real about growth, healing, and everything that shapes us into who we are today. Today's episode is a bit of a tough one, but one that needs to be talked about. I've seen something recently that really shook me and it brought me back memories I thought I'd long buried. In the past few days, I witnessed a few kids being bullied, not just being teased, but physically assaulted, hurt to the point where it wasn't just about kids being kids anymore. It was actually cruelty in a sense. And it really reminded me of my own story because I know what that pain feels like. In high school, I was constantly being bullied, and not just once in a while, but every single day. For me, it was mostly more about my appearance, my nose, or something of that sort. Uh, and it was all fair game. Even walking into a class felt like such a battle, and even through the hallways or through the open corridors, felt like a gauntlet. And the name calling, the comments that felt harmless, to others, but tore me into pieces. My self confidence really took a knock, and every time those words were said, it got to a point where I didn't feel like going to school anymore. I started to believe what they said, and that was enough. That I wasn't enough to be in such a space with my fellow colleagues or fellow classmates, or whether it was being cool or worthy. And that's the thing about bullying, right? It's not just about words. It's a slow, silent attack on your identity, and it seeps into how you see yourself. It rewires how confident you are and within your own makeup. And for years, I've carried that with me. Bullying doesn't just stop with words. It lingers. It shapes the way you move through the world. For some, it turns into anxiety, depression, or even social withdrawal, for that matter. For others, it manifests as anger, a need to prove themselves, to fight back, or to build a wall so high no one can ever hurt them again. And then there's the physical side, the kind I saw recently on social media. And when bullying crosses into assault, the damage goes beyond emotion. It's trauma, plain and simple. There's no black, there's no gray within that space. Um, and the sad truth is that many kids suffer in silence because they think no one will understand, or worse, that it's somehow their fault. But it's never the victim's fault, ever. Looking back, I realized something important, and those years really taught me empathy. It gave me depth. They forced me to confront pain and eventually heal. And when I started working on myself, physically, mentally, spiritually, I began to rebuild my self worth piece by piece. I learned the confidence isn't building, or I learned that confidence isn't built by avoiding pain, but by facing it, processing it, and then transforming it into strength. And that's what I try to help others do now, especially uh, our younger generation who are struggling silently, because I've been there and I know how heavy it feels to carry that pain alone. And if you're listening right now and you've ever been bullied, I want you to know you're not broken. You're not what they said you were. You're someone who has survived cruelty, and that makes you stronger than you realize. And if you've ever been the bully or even laughed along, it's not too late to change because every action, every word carries weight. Sometimes all it takes is a one moment of compassion to stop a cycle that ruins other people's lives. And for parents, teachers, friends, please pay attention to this as well. Bullying is just not a phase; it's a wound that can shape someone for a lifetime. Um, and in closing, when I saw those kids being hurt, it really stirred something in me: sadness, anger, but also a sense of responsibility. We all have a role to play in changing the culture around bullying. It starts with speaking up, with showing kindness, with refusing to stay silent when we see something wrong. The truth is, we can't control what others say or do, but we can control how we respond. We can choose empathy over judgment. We can choose healing over hate. So today, take a moment to reach out to somebody who might be struggling. Listen, remind them that they matter because sometimes that's all it takes to turn pain into peace. I'm Kishan, and thank you for letting me share something so deeply and personal today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, your scars don't define you, your strength does. And remember, guys, also to share, like, and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow along to get this message out to even the broader community around the world. And every action does support the channel, and I truly appreciate all the love and support that it has been shown and will do in the future. So thank you guys for all the love and support. And until the next one, guys, ciao and stay zen.